Good evening, everyone. Let me take this opportunity to welcome you to the Human Library, which is hosted by Veni Naidu, a true soldier of Zimbabwe. She always has a community spirit about her. And having previously worked together, we know where her heart is. So it is very important for us to acknowledge the work that she does in trying to create a community spirit here. Thank you, Veni. It is my privilege to introduce John Hewlett. To many of you here, John is a familiar figure and really does not require a formal introduction. The topic tonight is Parkinson's disease, but he will be focusing on Parkinsonism. There's a difference. Parkinsonism is a constellation of symptoms that accompanies a disease. Parkinson's disease is a disease that is unique in itself. So there are other conditions that will give you similar symptoms to Parkinson's, but not necessarily to Parkinson's disease. Now, right here, I have to present a disclosure. I'm not a specialist on the subject. I have a vague knowledge about it. But what we are doing tonight is not presenting to you any cutting-edge technology or medical breakthrough in this disease. That's not our intention. It is our intention for you to understand these symptoms and the challenges that Parkinson's patients face on a daily basis. Parkinson's disease is a chronic illness. It's like any other chronic illness. There's no known cure for Parkinson's disease, as far as I'm aware. I may stand corrected, or whoever has knowledge otherwise. So, from the mundane tasks that we all take for granted, like buttoning your shirts, to even initiating a movement, these become challenges for these patients. Medical treatment is available that will ameliorate some of these symptoms, but it's not possible to cure them. So you either take medication to reduce the impact of these symptoms, or you rely on the information that is presented by people like John Hewlett, who have lived this condition, met its challenges, and have risen and put in so much energy to defeat the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. So, John is now 78 years old. That's his biological age, his chronological age. His biological age, he's actually younger than me. I'm embarrassed to say that, but that's true. John is younger than me biologically. I have known John for more years than I care to remember. And we've both formed a really good relationship. We understand each other very well. He is a passionate grandfather, a loyal husband. He is an avid bridge player. He is an author. He's the chairman of our book club. And he's a formidable adversary on the golf course. So, brace yourself, fasten your seatbelts, and John Hewlett will take us on his journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nad. So welcome to this edition of the Human Library. And I thank my friend Nad Govender for what he said. I'm not sure I understood it at the end, but we'll go through it and perhaps all will become clearer. The first thing about Parkinson's is that it's not a recent occurrence. It was actually discovered, if that's the right word for it, written up by Dr. James Parkinson in 1817. He described it as the shaking palsy. In it he wrote, involuntary tremulous motion with a propensity to bend the senses and intellect are uninjured. About 5 years ago, I was told by well-meaning Zimbabwe golfers, drop the severe look and smile. Little did they know that they had found one of the symptoms of Parkinson's, the Parkinson's mask. I had not realized, and I walked with a unique Parkinson's gait. Keep your eye out for anyone else who walks like that. Also, I had a right hand tremor. Oh, I should mention that those who told me to drop the look and smile, most famously is Malcolm Fick. And on the woman's side, more irritating, Corrie Moll. I also had a right hand tremor. It was this that decided my GP, Harisha Karpat. Where are you, Harisha? You're hidden in the shadows. And she referred me to Dr. Lurie, the neurologist. His diagnosis was inconclusive at the time. Subsequently, we sought and discussed with NAD and got an appointment. Stage of Parkinson's requires treatment with deep brain stimulation. Less obvious symptoms are constipation, the loss of a sense of smell, and you don't know how important this is until you lose it. No more do I smell the aroma of garlic and onion from the kitchen or the jasmine creeper outside. Hello? Parkinson's does not necessarily lead to dementia. It is caused by a loss of dopamine producing neurons in the brain. This is treated by medication with drugs that activate a receptor to produce a biological response. In this case, the production of dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter made in the brain that plays a crucial role in various bodily functions, including memory, movement, motivation, mood, and attention. It is often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter. It is involved in the brain's reward system, contributing to feelings of pleasure and satisfaction. It acts as a chemical messenger in the nervous system, facilitating communications between nerve cells. Endorphins, on the other hand, are hormones, and they are released when the body feels pain or stress. They are produced in your brain and act as messengers in your body. Endorphins are produced to relieve pain, reduce stress, and improve the mood. Endorphins are boosted by exercising, eating, having sex, getting a massage, and many other ways, but I can't think what they are. Michael Fox was a young 29-year-old and successful Hollywood star when he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. His public profile highlighted Parkinson's and its symptoms. Parkinson's is very rarely known to affect children, and Michael Fox is now 55 and very much alive. Professor Bloom is the rock star of neurology. He's a leader in research and exercise, and Parkinson's is on the board of Michael Fox's Parkinson Foundation. Younger than 50 is considered too young for the onset Parkinson's, and they are usually treated initially with alternatives to levodopa. Undue stress can lead to the onset of Parkinson's. As a result, men are more likely to develop it. In addition, they suffer the consequences of erectile dysfunction and performance anxiety. Sexually, making love and incorporating libido in your life is important. Treating the symptom is possible, and a sex life can be realized. Parkinson's is more common in rural areas, amongst farmers and agricultural workers, who deal with chemicals, insecticides and herbicides, and especially paraquat. The disease can be described as increased rate of aging, which is an inevitable part of life. And so hence it's true to say that everyone will get Parkinson's at one stage or another. Being aware of your general health status is important. And there's a simple sit-to-stand fitness test. We all know Doug Campbell, a well-known walker on the estate. Doug has agreed to have his fitness tested by you. And Karen, you can come and do it at the same time. Well, the whole point is you shouldn't be practicing. Okay. Doug, chest crossed, stand up, sit down.
Both of us.
That's it.
That's
Okay.
all you do. As many times as you can in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Benny, can you call where? Are you ready to go?
Start.
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
16 seconds.
No.
Okay.
False alarm on the door. How many did you do, Doug?
Or 20.
20 at least.
Yeah.
That's very good. You're very fit.
Same.
Who would like to try it for the unfit contingent? Okay.
Shouldn't we all try it?
Yeah, we can all try it. How about that? We're not met with enthusiasm. Okay, being aware of your general status, your health status, is important, and fit to stand is the fitness test we've just seen, the winner of which was Doug, winning golf, now winning fit to stand. Professor Bloom advocates exercise daily. It can perhaps slow down the progression of the disease. The basic standard recommendation of the American Parkinson's Association is to undertake 150 minutes of intense exercise a week. This is defined as maintaining a heart rate at 80% of your maximum, and is possible to achieve a very brisk walk, and I mean brisk. The beneficial side effect is the release of dopamine and endorphins after exercise. Exercise helps by improving muscle strength, flexibility, and balance, and helps prevent constipation, sleep difficulties, and osteoporosis. My last knee replacement was completed without cement because you've got beautiful bones. I tell you, only an orthopedic surgeon could say that. An enjoyable daily walk or Tai Chi for seniors can be significant in benefits. That's because it focuses on the muscle control, stability, balance, and flexibility. Movements are also very gentle. My personal and current targets are 360 intense minutes per week, and I frequently achieve over 600. Last week was 800. As monitored on my Garmin watch, and I'm sure you all have Garmin watches or the equivalent. My weekly program consists of 3 hours of gym sessions, mountain biking to a maximum heart rate of 142, and walking briskly. I play 3 to 4 rounds of golf a week. My main aim is the reduction and elimination of Parkinson's progression, and I have less symptoms now than when I was diagnosed 5 years ago. brain active. I play 2 afternoons of bridge a week. Thank you, Nad, for the there you are. For the incisive bridge you spoke of. I'm chairman of the Zimbabwe Men's Book Club, and I read 2 to 5 books a month. As an aside, we're looking for one new member to meet our complement, should you be interested. And if you are, speak to me or John Allen, or Carlos as well. I take chronic medication 3 times a day. The medication to improve libido or psychic drive. The monthly cost of my medication is 3,000 Rand after chronic medicine insurance. My diet is controlled by margarine. Varied fruit and notes, salads, vegetables with meat, ladies' portions, or seafood, no sugar, no milk, little salt. The American Parkinson's Association recommended a diet prescribed as Mediterranean, characterized by the emphasis on plant-based foods, including vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes and nuts, with the addition of low-fat proteins such as chicken and fish. This diet has been associated with improved brain health, including lower risk and slower progression of Parkinson's. The most important thing is the 5 foods to avoid: butter or margarine, cheese, red meat, fried food, and sweets. So it's goodbye to those with effect from now. Maintaining a life which is social and with family interaction. The tragedy is that loneliness amongst the elderly is now identified as the main reason for increased mortality in the United Kingdom. Know your heart rate and keep active. The maximum heart rate, the 80% rate, and the time to recovery, the resting rate, to 15 to 20 beats less in a minute. Controlled alcohol intake, and stopping smoking is a general health warning. I'm lucky, I've never been a cigarette smoker. My doctor, Harisha Kapath, recommends full blood analysis annually, and I'm happy to say all is normal. Mute your audio.
They can't hear you, so
Oh, they
are
can't hear
laughing.
me. However, in my student days, which were at the Royal Agricultural College in Cirencester, and as an agronomist, I worked with chemicals throughout my life, frequently spraying crops by aircraft and being somewhat wetted by the spray. I'm assuming that the proximity of agricultural chemicals has been a contributor to my diagnosis. And on a personal note, Martin and I have been happily married for 50 years, as of 2 weeks ago. We have led an exciting yet stressful life, the greater part in Mozambique's civil war. We married in Belgium, and the priest accepted that I could not promise until death do us part. Now I can confirm it. In 2016, I published a memoir, Can You Smell the Rain?, which was endorsed by President Chisano. If anyone's interested in the copy, we've got a few here. We're privileged to live in Zimbabwe, where we bought a property in 2009. Zimbabwe provides the ideal environment to maintain a healthy lifestyle. In addition, medical support is outstanding in the Belita area. I've had both knees replaced, a prostrate intervention, collarbone repairs, falling off a mountain bike, and a monkey attack, which most of you have read about on behalf of the monkey. I see Dr. Lurie, who keeps a quarterly appointment and monitors my condition. In the UK, this is unusual. and people wait 12 months to get an appointment. So what is the broader picture? And now, stage 4 or 5, be treated. The only way is deep brain stimulation, increasing the production of dopamine and improving the symptoms of tremor, rigidity, and slowness of movement. Some sufferers unexpectedly freeze or suffer dyskinesia, unwanted and uncontrolled movements, and only DBS can cure these symptoms. At this level, it's not unusual for patients to report freezing. Muscles don't respond at a critical moment, such as exiting a train or clearing immigration, and you're frozen to the spot. My aim is to avoid this type of advanced care by maintaining an exercise regime. Currently, my hand-eye coordination feels out of sync, but I'm hoping to be able to maintain and improve my golf swing. So what are the chances that someone in your family will develop Parkinson's? The good news is Parkinson's is not hereditary. It can run in some families because of a faulty gene. Marsland's medical training and attention has been caring, professional, and successful. And I'm sure you'll be wondering how she's coped with me. I'm not the easiest person to support. But let's ask her.
Okay, just going back to stress, a stressful life. What made our time in Mozambique so stressful, you might wonder? Living in a country at war. John's first project was planting 4,000 hectares of cotton at Metuchira, inland from Beira, about 1,000 kilometers from Maputo. It was attacked by the Renamo rebels, and John flew in his twin-engine Beach Baron from Maputo 2.5 hours away to land on this farm's dirt strip. It was November 1987, and I was 48 hours with no telephone, no news, and I thought I had lost him. I was terribly anxious, and he was very stressed out when he came back. What is the first time I noticed symptoms of Parkinson's disease? In 2020, having a drink at the club after golf, I noticed John's right hand shaking. I put my hand on top of it, which caused it to stop. In October that year, we drove to Bafuri, North Kruger, via Hoedspruit, spending a night in a B&B. The host had Parkinson's disease, at least stage 4, with uncontrolled dyskinesia. Getting home, I convinced John to get checked. After Nad's recommendation, Dr. Reddy confirmed my suspicions. We sat quietly at home, digesting this news. I was totally devastated, but felt, let's take it one day at a time. John, being who he is, discovered that exercise is the best means to stop Parkinson's disease to develop any further. This is now part of his daily routine, which I fully support. What does it imply? I watch his diet, remind him of his meds 3 times daily, with extra in the evening. Assuming his fitness is maintained, his life expectancy should be normal, a life that doesn't require any special nursing care from me. I'm a qualified nurse from The Hague, Holland, and coincidentally, the main research in Parkinson's disease is done in Nijmegen, led by Professor Bastiaan Bloem. We always go together to visit neurologist, Dr. Lurie, and the conversation is open and straight. Far from being the end of us, this disease has brought us closer together. We still share the same bed, although at times my sleep is disrupted by his jerking arm movements. John still suffers from anxiety at times, wondering if I'm happy. I am so proud of my wonderful man, of the way he tackles his nemesis every day, although it was quite stressful for John to prepare this presentation.
Okay, so how unusual is Parkinson's? The Parkinson's population has doubled from 1990 to 2015 in 25 years as a result of air pollution, industrial chemicals, and agricultural pesticides. 1% of the persons at 60 years old have Parkinson's. This increases to 4% by age 80. If we assume the Zimbabwe population is about 3,000 and most are over 60, then 30 of you have Parkinson's. They may not know it and just accept the tremors as part of getting old. Regular exercise may prove several short and long-term physical and emotional benefits. It has been shown to improve and repair the brain neuroplasticity. My trainer, Cornel van Loggebergen, where is she? Sitting there, has coached Maza and I for over 15 years since we moved to Zimbabwe from Mozambique. Finally, a symptom of Parkinson's is lack of energy and exhaustion. Not surprising, I hear you say. So far, I've managed to regress the symptoms, and I hope to keep it this way. Finally, quality of life is not limited by the degree of disability, but by the true spirit which you respond to it. Thank you very much.